welcome to, what is it today? Today's Wednesday, I suppose. Wednesday, October something or another. I look really awesome in this shirt. And then I went ahead and ruined it by wearing my dad glasses today. So, how stupid am I? You've caught me while grilling. I'm making dinner. Tonight, for dinner, we'll be enjoying corn on the barbecue, as well as giant hot dogs. And I gotta say that the corn always comes out fantastic when I make it on the grill. A little pre-buttered action. It's pre-salted. Put into foil onto the grill. Delicious. Can't beat it. I'm also enjoying a beer that is the size of my head, as you can see. Can't really grill without drinking a beer. Never have more than one. Probably won't finish this gigantic beer. Not really a big fan of Foster's in general, but they do sell one beer. So, that's why I'm having Foster's tonight. So what's new in my life? Let's see. Oh, let me turn the corn, and I'll get right back to you. Let's see here. This weekend, Trivia Girl and I went out to Busch Gardens in Tampa with my brother, who you all saw in Lazy Dork version 2.0, and like my second cousin, who's his like roommate, Ralph. So we all went to Busch Gardens, and the thing about Busch Gardens, I don't know if you guys out there are familiar with what Busch Gardens is. Busch Gardens is a theme park that is operated by Anheuser-Busch Corporation, which, you know, if you think about the quality of folks who drink Anheuser-Busch products, it should tell you basically how classy the theme park is. Their general clientele is very attracted to one of their best-selling products, which is a necklace that attaches to a yardstick of beer. And they walk around this family-friendly theme park drinking a yardstick of beer. They sell these in Vegas, but I've never seen one with a necklace, with like an actual neck brace attached to it. This way it can just be hands-free. You get a straw, into like a yard-long straw, and you just around your neck and just drinking the brewski while you walk around the park and watch your kids go on the baby tilt-a-whirl and the wild mouse. But I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the best roller coasters in Florida. What's it called? Islands of Adventure is excellent, but it's the rides aren't quite as good. Maybe it's the fact that I've been on them like 30 zillion times in my life. Look how big that is. Now, a lot of you are going to be like, oh my god, Foster's like totally paid you to put that in your video. But Foster's has a much more intelligent marketing department than that. They obviously have better places to advertise in on this video, which will be watched by approximately 600 of you. And to those 600 of you, I thank you. The reason I keep holding it up against my head is I like looking in the little viewfinder here and seeing that it actually is the size of my cranium. That I'm actually drinking a brain-sized volume of, you know, fluid while I'm grilling here. Because it's good, because it's hot as balls out here. Anyway, so I went to Busch Gardens. And the thing about these theme parks, which I'm sure a lot of you don't know, not having, you know, been to a billion of them throughout your life, as I have, is that they sell these giant turkey legs. And these things are like, see here, about this size, okay? These things are huge. They sell these giant turkey legs, and they're, I mean, I've never had one, because I always make too much fun of them to have one. But now I'm kind of getting curious as to what the turkey leg thing's all about. I really think I want to try one. So, they're selling these turkey legs, and at the same places they sell, like, you know, fries and hot dogs and, you know, whatever, like drinks. So we go up, and my brother's going to get fries, and I wanted to get a hot dog. And when we get up there, there's these two guys leaning against the railing, and they're like this. Right, they're looking pissed. And they're these two, like, skinny, like, guys with cool hair or whatever. And when we get up there, you know, I'm like, are you guys in line? And they're like this. And I go, I'm like, did you already order? And they go, yeah, go. And I was like, okay. So I get up and I order. You order, and then they get the food, and you wait, right? So these guys apparently have been waiting for, like, I guess, like 2 minutes, right? And whatever. So this guy walks up while we're still waiting for the food, and he goes to the lady, and he goes, he just walks up like this, and he goes, give me turkey leg. The lady's like, excuse me? And he goes, give me turkey leg. I cannot wait. And the lady's like, sir, it'll be a minute. He goes, give me turkey leg. Give me turkey leg. I cannot wait. And she was like, okay, fine, sir. And then she goes back, and she's like, this guy's like yelling at her. He's like, I cannot wait for turkey leg. So she goes to the back. I mean, these guys are like Russian trash. You know what I mean? Like, they're in the fake Versace shirts and shit. You know? So they go back, and the lady's yelling at her coworker. She's like, "Get the turkey leg! Like, these guys are freaking out on me." You know, it's just poor girls, you know, working the midnight shift at Busch Gardens, you know. And it's not just any weekend. I mean, this is Howl to Scream, which is why we went, which is basically around Halloween time, like a month before, you know, obviously. They set up the park to be like a scary place, and they have scare zones where you walk through and these like mummies. Like, for example, there was an area that's like ancient Egypt, and these mummies kept walking up to Trivia Girl like this, and you know, just staring at her, you know, and there was like 5 mummies all around her, like staring at her. And these guys are in the bushes, and they're attached to bungees, and they jump out at you, and you know, whatever. So, you know, it's a lot to ask of the poor employees to go and serve turkey leg to people at like 2 a.m. in, you know, in the morning, especially when they're getting yelled at. So she's like, "Hurry up with the turkey leg!" And this guy's like so pissed, like he can't believe it, you know, like he just can't believe he doesn't have his turkey leg. He cannot wait, right? So this guy finally gets a turkey leg, and he leaves, and everybody's like, "What the?" You know, because that just doesn't happen, you know. Like, it's sort of an unwritten contract. Like, oh, I order, and you give me the turkey leg when it's ready. Like, I know you can't make the turkey leg cook any faster. I mean, they're not pre-made. They gotta make everyone savory and delicious to order, you know? So whatever. So this guy's pissed. He could not wait. So I, of course, take the opportunity to start making fun of him. So I just start extrapolating in my mind out loud, like, why he was so excited. I'm like, you know, I go to the lady, I go, "Hey, I would like turkey leg too." I was like, "In my country, everyone says turkey leg this, turkey leg that. Turkey leg is so delectable. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into turkey leg. I cannot wait." And she's peeing herself. I mean, the entire line is dying. It was a good moment in my life, I'm not gonna lie. It was actually really funny that day. And, you know, I'm like, "Hey, where is hot dog? I cannot wait. Bring me hot dog," you know? And I have, ever since this weekend, been trying to work that into my daily life, and it just never works. And it's one of those situations, I hate to be like, "You had to be there." I hate that. I hate when people are like, "You had to be there." Because if you had to be there, what's the point of telling me the story to begin with? If you are aware that I had to be there, what's the point of entering the discussion, right? Because I was not there. So if I had to be there, what's the point of going into it? Now, I thought that the turkey leg story, or even just saying things in that accent and saying "I cannot wait" after them, would translate into humor in my day-to-day life. I think that I may have been incorrect about that. I hope that anybody out there enjoyed that story, because honestly, it's been failing every time I tell it. So I've been like, you know, I've been in traffic, and just to myself, I go, you know, I'm like, "Bring me green light. I cannot wait." And to me, I'm like dying. I think it's hilarious. But then I go into the supermarket, and the lady's like, "Sir, please wait for your receipt." And I go, "Give me receipt. I cannot wait." And she's like, and I'm in my head, I go, "Why isn't she laughing? Like, that's hilarious." So I fear that it may have been one of those "you had to be there" situations, and I really hope it wasn't, because I was really hoping to get a lot of mileage out of "Bring me turkey leg. I cannot wait," like for at least the next 15 years. I don't know. I don't know if the humor's there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about like making T-shirts, you know, and I think it's one of those cool T-shirts where it needs no explanation, where somebody's like, "Cool T-shirt, man," and somebody's like, "Yeah, bring me turkey leg. I cannot wait," and they have no idea what it means. I don't know, as a catchphrase, it just works in my opinion. Alright, let me move the corn up here, and let me get the hot dogs on. And I guess I better call it a day in terms of vlogging, because I gotta get these dogs good to go. But I'm not gonna lie, it was a pleasure talking to you out here. I hope that I don't look too sweaty for you after sitting in front of an open flame. But I guess I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Later.